Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Sunday to all. Hopefully your weekend is going nicely. The atypical Sunday upload. What we're going to do is spend today running through the rest of the music that we quote-unquote missed. All of these, again, much like the same with the girl group and the boy group catch-ups that we've done, all of these songs I have heard before. I've written posts about before. It's just that now we got the... Ooh, sorry, this is definitely rubbing up against the microphone. Now we're getting the chance to properly delve through the MVs and things of that nature. So, there we go. That way, this doesn't rub up against the left mic here. But we have got, I think, what is it, 8 songs to go through? This is all soloists. Well, solo releases from one artist. We've got a double dose of Youngkay, we have Kim Woojin, we have a double dose of Sejeong. I know there was a comment about getting around to Topper Cliff. That's today. Changbin of Stray Kids with a CF song, Chaeyeon's comeback, and then Hwasa's comeback, the first of hopefully many to come at P Nation now. So, let's dive into it. DJ, roll the intro. Right, Youngkay. Youngkay, I believe this was the pre-release to the full thing, which is also part of this, is just later because we're going in chronological order. This was one of the first, I think, solo releases that I missed. Actually, no, there's one more. DKZ's Jaechan's pre-release was in here as well, but I couldn't handle doing 11 songs, so Jaechan's 2 releases and Mark Twan of GOT7's, those 3 releases we aren't covering in the marathon. It's nothing against them, it's just I don't have the time. Don't worry, I have listened to them, I have covered them, there's written posts about it, so it's not like I'm completely forgetting about them. But let's get into Mr. Youngkay one time. I haven't listened to this album yet. Should I listen to this album? Let me know. Here we go. Let It Be Summer. Even though it's now very cold outside. I thought that would work, that ain't working. Him starting with his lower vocal is so nice, because the song itself is already intense enough. Ramp it up a little bit. I miss the summer, man. It's so cold outside. Oh, not with the crepes. Come on, guys. Take the shoes off before going in the ocean. I think one of my favorite parts about this song is that it just doesn't stop. It continues. Even like this transition back into the first verse, or into the verses, straight through. The transition into the pre-chorus, straight through. Even then, you get a little bit of a break, but then you're just straight on. Oh yes, the halftime break. Even though the feeling of the song has slowed down to half, it's still a pretty energetic song. The song is still going. And then we're back. Full speed. Gonna be. You know a connection I didn't think of when I was listening to this? Phineas and Ferb. It's very Phineas and Ferb. Ooh. Curtain, or not curtain, hangers decided to fall off the chair over there, but it's very Phineas and Ferb-esque to me. Anybody else get that feeling? You know, like, it's like, want summer vacation, want the summer to stick around, like, they want it to be summer. It's Phineas and Ferb very much was the, like, summer vacation, like, shenanigans show, right? That's kind of made me enjoy it a little bit more than I, like, I liked this song originally when I listened to it on first listen. But kind of that image of Phineas and Ferb now has really kind of cemented that joy I get out of this song, if that makes sense. It's and it's, you know, it's band bass, it's heavy on the guitar, it's heavy on the really fast rock sound. As someone, you know, member of Day 6, very talented musician, composer. It's just the vibes are right. And especially in a time where, man, I wish it was still summer because it is so cold now. And it's like, we had a heat wave last week and now it is like 10 degrees, 11 degrees Celsius, and it's cold. It's very cold now. And I miss the summertime. Like, listening to this makes me miss summer now. And sure, this dropped, I think, like 3 weeks ago now, but summer, man. I miss summer so much. Oh. We'll keep her moving, though. Woojin. Woojin's full release, right? Sticking with the guitar theme. Apologies if I keep faffing around with this. I'm trying to figure out what the best place is for it. Two for two on the heavy guitar vibe. Move the cymbal hits towards the bell now. It's just a good rock anthem. It's using a formula that's not too complex either, like the chord sequences isn't the most complex in the world. Couple modifiers here and there. Nice little woo-wah vocal section in the background. This switch for the pre-chorus, where the drum part switches what part of the kit it's playing on. On my way. Yeah, and that transition into the chorus is really nice too. And then straight through into the bridge. And I hear you guitar in the background. Yeah, that little interlude into a pause and then the drop, the suspense it builds. Till on my way to dream. And then firm cut at the end. Yeah, it just rips. It chugs, it rips. I didn't like plan for it to be back-to-back kind of rock influences. It's just chronologically that's just how it happened to be. And the thing is, with Woojin and his music, I'm very new to Woojin's music as a soloist, or just Kim Woojin in general. And we've covered his pre-releases in the past, and they were all quite pretty, like slower ballady like songs. So to have a bit of a concept switch into something a pretty aggressive is the wrong word for it, but pretty quick, impactful, high energy rock sound wasn't the type of sound I was expecting, but I like it. His voice isn't one that has a tremendous amount of power behind it, but you feel the color that he has in his voice. And there's a certain charm to it with this kind of more light-hearted rock sound that really works for me, so. Don't get me wrong, I do like him on a good ballad, though. Like, the pre-release that we listened to a hot minute ago, was it like a month and a bit ago? That was solid, I very much enjoyed that. Moving on, Sejeong's pre-release. It's called, like, Voyage, I think. It's so pretty. It's reminding me so much of Skyline. Skyline, I think, is my favorite Sejeong, like, title that she's done. Gosh, so the power she has to open the song. She doesn't hold anything back. It's so pretty. It's like the little warble she has in the head voice flip. How do we keep rolling? Honestly, this song has so much going for it that I love. It's this light-hearted nature, the kind of... That's my favorite line that she has. The melody is so pretty, but Sejeong's voice for this type of music is so good. This is my favorite type of Sejeong music. So that sounds a little bit like mythical, a little bit fanciful, a little bit natural. And the instrumental that pairs with it, you know, heavy on the strings, acoustic guitar. It's very loosey coated. I mentioned it in the post originally, but how do we keep rolling? How do we keep rolling? Yeah, that final line in the chorus is spectacular. I don't know what it is about it, but the way she delivers that final line is exquisite. Listening to this song makes me happy. It makes me feel so relaxed and so happy. And the fact that we just get so much of Sejeong smiling during this. Something, just seeing... She's one of those artists that just... When she's... You know the fanboy clips of, like, Joy before music shows? It's like, when you smile, I smile! Sejeong is that, for me. Whenever she smiles, I smile. She just... Her smiling makes me so happy. The thing about this pre-release, too, is it's such a red herring. It's such a red herring for the full title track. Because Top or Cliff could not be any further away from Voyage than it is. It's insane, the range that she showcased on this album in terms of concepts. Because this is absolutely gorgeous. It's pretty, it's really fluttery and airy and just gorgeous. But then you get to the full title track, and boy, talk about whiplash. We'll get to Top or Cliff later in the marathon. Pretty sure we have like a couple songs in between, so we'll keep her moving. Changbin! CF songs, underrated AF. Project, that's why there's a dedicated category for project songs of the year in my like countdowns. Because this is an ad for Galaxy Z Flip 5s, I think. So love getting to hear Changbin flex the vocal chops. Saying that, the way he's weaving the two together.
하나, 둘. 난 우리가 줏대 있게 인생 살았으면 좋겠다.
I guess we never got captions for it, did we? That switch is so gross. You have the really pretty halftime instrumentals, the vocals to match, and then all of a sudden, nitrous injection, full speed rap flow. Downing stars, beautiful. S-Class, what a title. I love that throughout the MV, Changbin just kind of appears. He's everywhere. And then the second time around, we get the full speed chorus with the melodic part instead of the halftime. I like the switch. Jesus, the syllables per second count, mind-boggling. And I'm pretty sure he's gone faster than this. The head voice bridge! Like I am not a Samsung Galaxy user. I'm not an iPhone user. I am an Android user. I don't have the money for Galaxy Flip. But I'll tell you what, this song is very high quality. Especially, like, I don't know what it is, but CF songs are like songs that are made to like promote a product or a company just hit really hard. And it doesn't really matter like what it is. Every year there's just a handful of really good CF songs that drop throughout the year. And I don't know why they hit so hard, but they do. And it's a great time to be a music fan. It's like they're trying to sell you something, sure, but at the end of the day, the music is great. What more can you ask for? Shout out the marketing teams, man. Like, they know what they're doing. And then shout out Changbin going off. So much fun. So much fun. Yes, we're back with Sejeong. The reason we're on the shortened 1K version is for time constraints. I know there's a full 7-minute film version of this MV. That was the one I watched originally. Absolutely gorgeous. The storytelling, the cinematography is spectacular. But to save 2 minutes, we're going with the shortened version, so bear with me. The full thing will be linked in the description where it usually is, so no worry about that. Just the sheer style switch from Voyage is yeah, just the fact that this song literally has not a single ounce of brightness to it that's tough. It's sinister, it's dark, it's dramatic, it's slow. A nice slow song in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Even Sejeong's vocals, a lot lower, a lot more emotion thrown into it. And it's not good emotion, it's not happy emotions. This bridge, or pre-chorus, spine-chilling. Unbelievable, the execution of this pre-chorus. Into the chorus, too. That one singular electric guitar hit, is so important for that dramatic release. It gets all nice and airy and pretty, and all of a sudden you get that one initial hit of intensity, and it's full power for this final chorus. Yeah, this is... I'm gonna say this up front while we let like the credits roll and stuff. The combination of Voyage with Topper Cliff in terms of pre-release to actual full title might be one of the most dramatic song pairings of this year, and there have been so many pre-releases that have dropped this year. It isn't about the musical quality, but it's the sheer like, storytelling, but the contrast, the range that she showcased in just 2 songs. What was the other MV that was like? It was BB's Animal Farm, was it? But it's very much like the whole kind of mansion or like dinner of death kind of aesthetic. The badass heroine of the story going up against the baddies. It's cinematically very intriguing to watch. But the thing is, this isn't a film, right? This is meant to be an MV, and the music delivers and then some on top of the already spectacular film work that's gone into it. Oh my goodness. Like, the song is great. I absolutely adore it. It's so dramatic. It's so powerful. It's so sinister. And yet, this is the same artist who did Voyage from not too long ago. Like, it must have been like 10, 15 minutes ago when we listened to Voyage. Super airy, super pretty, super natural, almost kind of fanciful and mystical Voyage into Topper Cliff. And the rest of the album, too. Oh my goodness, this Dora album. It's one hell of a time. It's really just one hell of a time. And I'm so glad Sejeong decided to come back with something like this too, because man, this is how you make an impact on a comeback. And speaking of full titles, we're back with Young-K. Of course, we started the kind of marathon with its pre-release. Hello, Miss Dubu. Again, from high energy, bright and happy to a little bit slower and darker. I'm gonna be honest, I hadn't seen anything about this MV, so I was not expecting to see Dalian just pop up like this. Oh, that release is just classic power ballad. I love that melody is repeated twice at the end. It's a very pretty melody, and it's a really solid way to start the ending, but also completely finish it off. And the release is really nice too for the chorus. And then of course, no actual release for the second time around because we go straight into the bridge. Honestly, that melody is so pretty. It's such a good ballad, too. Oh. The thing is, if you know anything about me and my musical taste, you know I love a ballad. So this was always going to be great for me. But what it has that's done so well is that the build-up and the suspense of that build-up into that release and what the product of that release is so fulfilling emotionally and musically. Like, you want that rush from the chorus drop to come, and it does. And for some reason, that rush of emotion is exactly what the listener needs to feel when they're enjoying the song, or at least that's the impression that I get from it. And it's just so satisfying to listen to. And that's what I love about this, is that even though it is kind of a sappy, sad ballad at the end of the day, you're expecting that sappy sadness to come through, and when it does, it's exactly how you envision it to happen, and that's why it's so nice to listen to. Oh, man. Youngkay, man, what a guy, man. I really need to get into Day 6 and like the members from, especially Youngkay, because we've listened to a few songs that were written by Youngkay, but not a lot of actual Youngkay music from himself. So I may have to take a gander at that Letters with Notes album, because I haven't listened to that yet. Chaeyeon! Hello, Chaeyeon!
Let's it was so lit.
I'm so glad that Chaeyeon is going for more kind of like dance-oriented music, because that is, this is very much her element now. Like, Hush Rush was not a bad song by all means. Like, Knock and Let's Dance is very much in her element. It's also great to see familiar sets. Oh yeah, I forgot about this pre-chorus. Let's get the party started. Let's dance, dance. Like, you cannot help but to dance along to this in some way, shape, or form, whether it's the actual choreo or not. And I really like the blend of like the elegant and the kind of urban street like dance fits. I think it's very much representative of Chaeyeon as an artist too. Like, she's got the elegance and like the the dancing feather side. Also the proper dance dancer too. And I think in terms of like kind of showcasing Chaeyeon as an artist and like what type of concepts she can do, I feel like this is a really good example of it. And I like the return of the quick panning lower shot, like choreo camera angles. Because that was like this one is very much one of those like trademark camera moves from Knock. And I wonder if that's going to become like one of her signature MV style moments. Shout out ABBA. Let's get the party started. Get your high note. Let's get the party started. Let's get that party started indeed. Oh, I love it. Of course, part of Eyes One. Love everyone that's come out of Eyes One. From following everything that everyone's done out of Eyes One very closely. And honestly, this, I think for me, is my favorite Chaeyeon title that she's done solo. And for me, she's gotten better and better every single release. And that's what I love, is that she's getting better. She's finding her footing every single time. Firmer, better. And it's just, she understands like what she wants to get out of the music. She knows what kind of sound that she wants to get out of it. The company and the music team around her know exactly what she's comfortable with now. And I love it. I love it because it's nostalgic in that it's very much Chaeyeon in her element, but it's new in that it's brand new solo music from Chaeyeon, and every single time like the confidence is going up both in the choreo and in the vocals. It's just so cool, man. So cool. Ah, yes. Hwasa. Honestly, I don't remember when it got announced she joined P Nation, but honestly, it's a good move for her, I think. It's also a very Hwasa-coded song, too. The berry sax, too, is just the icing on the cake. Oh, and the Elton John piano. The way this song goes kind of into halftime here is so interesting because it doesn't, like, you can tell that it's in halftime, but it doesn't feel slow. Oh, and the Elton John piano's back. And then just Hwasa's vocals. There's just so much character, so much charisma, and so much soul, and just overall, the vocal color she has is spectacular. Have her run one time. Ooh. This song is so interesting for me because it's the type of song where, like, genre-wise, I really like. I like a very sax-heavy kind of almost big band tune. I love the sound of a Barry sax. It's just so nice to listen to. There's a nice amount of rumble, a nice amount of crunch, but also you get that essence of the brass section. And brass instruments are just so spectacular. So much fun. I love brass instruments. If I had the opportunity to learn one, I would. And then you pair it with Hwasa's vocals. Her voice on a song of this nature is just a match made in heaven. And like early day Mamamoo stuff, lots of band like what You're the Best, like early Mamamoo stuff had a lot of band and jazz influences. And to kind of get, I don't want to call it crumbs, but to see that band jazz type influence creep into a modern day Mamamoo extension release, especially with Hwasa on vocals, is just so pretty. It's so good. And I mentioned it being a very Hwasa coded song. Like sonically, it's very Hwasa, but also the message behind it is just so classic Hwasa, and I love it. I love the kind of attitude and confidence she instills in her music and the message behind it. It's tremendous. Is that the last song? It is. Man, the soloists were busy in the 3 weeks I was gone. There were some top quality soloist songs. Jesus. Oh, that's a time, man. That's a time. We missed out on so much music. And the thing is, there's still one more category to go, which I'm going to be recording after this, but I was looking through the kind of spreadsheet that I have for whenever I do my 2023 like year-end awards video, come like New Year's. And I was looking at the sheer number of just different artists that have popped up on Soloist Title Track of the Year for me. It's like I've put the ones that like really resonate with me, whether it's musically or in terms of the message. I just really like listening to it. The vibe is great. Stuff like that. I've put them all on the list throughout the year. That list is up to like 40 something. And I don't know how I'm going to choose my top 15 out of that, because there's so many good songs from soloists that I dropped this year, and it's not even funny. Oh, that's a problem for future me in about 3.5 months' time. But as of right now, that is it in terms of the catch-up. We should be, for the most part, caught up with all the music that we missed. There's probably a couple releases here and there that I've missed out on. I don't know if I'll get around to those or not. So no promises. But we will try and keep up to date as close as possible with stuff coming out over the course of the next few weeks. So keep your eyes peeled if there is a release or two that you are looking forward to. But that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. Because I use this hand for this side. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.